The heat was dry, my thighs weren't. Leather sticks to the back of your legs when you walk too slow, but I didn't care. That was the point. I wasn't walking to get anywhere. I was walking so men would lose their place in this sentence, so they'd forget where the hell they were going. Eyes locked, mouths a little open, the same look dogs get when they think someone dropped steak on the floor. Shaved clean, legs like I stole them from someone younger, but I earned them, every mile, every night, every fuck I didn't call back. Hair down, ran my fingers through it, still slick with the oil I used when I rubbed him down, half conscious. Didn't wash it out, why would I? The sun hit it sideways, not because I posed for it, but because sometimes the world knows what it's looking at. It gleamed, like salt water flashing before a kill, that shimmer right before the sharks start circling. There's a sound the world makes when you know you're being watched. It's not a word, it's a pause. And I happen to live in that pause at that time in my life. I spit on the sidewalk. Jesus, will San Francisco ever fucking end? The streets rot with ghosts still breathing. Homeless, bent at the waist like busted trees, snapped by some storm no one ever saw. Childhoods that came in swinging, minds cracked open and leaking, heads hanging so low they nearly kiss the concrete like it's the only thing that ever held them. I walked faster, heels hitting the pavement like gunshots. Click, click, click. Then slower, like I was stalking something or someone. Got to the door, buzzed in. The elevator guy was there again. White beard, wiry, whiskered, looked more like he should be yelling orders on a rusted tugboat than manning a cage lift in Soma. He flexed his fingers through faded gloves. Hey, Dr. K, what's on the agenda today? Just lots of sex, you know. He grinned. Well, what's new? Nothing, I said, stepping in. Just watching the chaos in Iran. He barked a laugh and slid the gate closed. Welcome back to the world of capitalism, baby. The lift jerked and started rising. Slow, loud, a groan with every floor. 6 floors up, an elevator out of time. Cast iron bones, brass fixtures, no upgrades, no apology. It belonged in a black and white film, definitely not up to code. But that's why I loved it. Old things hide better secrets. Same way the lines on my face hold stories no one asked to hear. The doors split open and there I was, 6th floor. I stepped out and climbed into the nest, pushed open the roof door and looked over the city. All clouds, nothing to brag about. But at least the fog kept the stink down, that sour, stale rot that always hangs in this place. I opened the door to my office and stepped inside, letting it click shut behind me. The hum of the city disappeared. Silence. I reached back and found the zipper of my skirt. Slow. Drew it down. The leather sighed as it slipped, falling soft around my ankles. I reached behind, unhooked the bra, let it fall forward. Tension released, nipples tightening from the cool air. Underwear next, wet already. I slid them down, slow, let them dangle from my fingers for a moment, then hung them up, right in front of me, on the hooks. I stood there, bare, skin catching the light. Cold air bit at my nipples, but I liked it. The reminder that I was alive and ready to work. Some people wake up and put on their costume. Fake job, Fake grin, fake life. They walk into buildings that feel like waiting rooms for death, grip their coffee like it's morphine, and nod at mission statements bolted to drywall like commandments meant to erase the ache in their gut. I call those nerds my concubines. They don't know it, of course. That's the fun of it. The smarter they are, the sweeter the fall. I watch, I study, I wait, and then I take. I like the ones who don't flinch. If I can stand there, white legs parted, watching a big, thick, dark cock move between them like it was built for that exact scene, I'm soaked. And yeah, I'll watch, because that's part of it. That's mine. That moment when it's not about love or romance or who's who, just contrast. The phone rang, my 12 o'clock. Hey doc, I'm here for the hypnosis call. Of course he was, right on time. The red strobe was already pulsing in the room, slow and rhythmic, painting everything in flashes. Red skin, red shadows, red need. I was naked, legs tucked under me. Berlin. He wanted 3 girls at once. Said it like a fantasy. I made it feel like a plan. I had one hand on the phone, the other trailing over my thigh, listening to his voice stretch and strain, trying to stay composed while I said things like, "And which one of them gets to sit on your face first?" Silence, then a breath, then the sound of him falling into me. That's the part I like, when their voices shift, when they stop trying to be men and start becoming subjects. My 12 o'clock kept talking, something about control, about confidence, about wanting to feel like a king. Meanwhile, I'm watching the red light flicker across my chest, catching the curve of my body in the mirror like I'm performing for myself. Seduction isn't taught, it's lived. And right now, I was living it on 2 lines at once. Berlin was starting to beg. San Francisco was still clearing his throat. And me, I was just getting started. Let go. My voice drips through the line. Red light pulses behind me, and you can feel it, even though you're not in the room. Not yet. Close your eyes. You're not here to hope. You're here to remember. Because the scene I'm guiding you into is already on your timeline. 1 month from today. You don't make it happen. You return to it. You exhale. February, I purr. A warm room, dim lights, music in the background, but your body is the beat now. You feel it first. Soft hands at your back. Fingertips across your chest, lips at your neck, 3 of them. One behind you, whispering filth into your ear. She's known your fantasies longer than you have. One on your lap, hips grinding slow, her breath catching on your collarbone. And the 3rd, kneeling, tracing her mouth up your inner thigh. And you can't move. You don't want to. And why would you? Afraid it might actually happen? That what you want is real and waiting, and you're the only thing in the way? You. I laughed into the phone. You think looks matter? Please. I knew a guy once who got all the girls. Like, more than you could count. And trust me, he was uglier than you. Pause. Let it land. His name was Ross Jeffries. You know who that is? That's the grandpa of seduction. I leaned back, grinning. Hairy, greasy, talked like he'd eaten too much acid in the 80s. Really don't know how he made millions of dollars. He never tried anything, he just did it. Now do you want to try me? Because it wasn't about the face, it was the frame. He didn't chase girls, he hypnotized them into chasing him. Silence on the other end. Yeah, sit with that. Next time you look in the mirror and think you need to fix your face, the size of your dick or wallet, remember, Ross Jeffries didn't fix anything. He just made the whole room bend around him. Beat. So what's your excuse? Try me. Let me ask you something, I said. Young man, do you have a big dick? Silence. Then a nervous chuckle. I licked my lips and pictured him. Awkward, tense, starved for touch. The kind of man whose desire has been sitting in the dark for too long, waiting for someone to touch it. How strong are your orgasms? Another beat. You have strong orgasms? Yeah, he said, dragging the word out like he wasn't sure where this was going. Well, my friend, I need you to do one thing for me now. My tone dropped. The air shifted. I knew I had him. From this moment forward, every time you masturbate, every time you come, every time your hand wraps around your cock, you'll be hit with one thought. Clear, sharp. Get what you truly want. Do you even know what you really want? Do you? I think you are just chasing shadows, hoping one of them feels like the truth. I leaned back and let my legs fall open, toes reaching out to touch the cold white wall. Slowly, I dragged them across it, deliberate, lazy, like I had all the time in the world. He said it like he meant something. I want sexual freedom. I laughed. Sexual freedom? What the fuck does that even mean? That's not a goal. That's a horoscope. I leaned in, voice sharp. That's ambiguity, my child. A soft, meaningless fog you hide behind. What you really mean is you want a threesome. You want to be inside it, hot skin, tangled breath, and not feel like you have to apologize to your mother, your priest, or your own reflection. Pause. You want to feed the fantasy without choking on guilt, shame, or the voice in your head that tells you you're bad for wanting what you fucking want. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I said. Eyes closed? Yes. Good. The red light kept blinking in the corner of the room, washing the walls in a slow, pulsing glow. It made everything feel unreal, like the air itself was leaning in to listen. Just breathe, I told him. Don't try to do anything. Just let yourself go slack. I leaned back in my chair, skin still warm, watching the strobe slide across the ceiling. There was something intimate about the way he went quiet on the other end of the line, like I'd reached through the wire and touched something soft. Imagine a red door, I said. Not a big one, a simple one, the kind you don't think twice about walking through. His breathing changed, slower, deeper. That door is the place where you stop pretending, I continued, where you stop being the guy who wants permission, and you start being the guy who chooses. Now, I said, my voice slow and low enough to slip under his skin. I want you to notice your hand. Not trying to move it, just noticing it, resting there, warming, heavy. I let the silence stretch, just enough to pull him deeper. And now, let it drift, down, slowly, over your stomach to your cock. Let your fingers move across your cock. Feel your own skin, warm, solid, present. That's your body remembering how to want without apology. I leaned back, let the red strobe flicker over me, casting sharp, soft shadows against the walls. Keep stroking, nothing rushed, just the rhythm of attention. Because the more you feel yourself, the more you start to realize what you really want. I smiled. Do you feel even a trace of guilt, letting yourself respond to my voice like that? I leaned back, let the red strobe flicker over my tits, casting sharp, soft shadows against the walls. I smiled. And that part of you, the part that's waking up now, is mine to talk to. The one that listens without filters. The one that responds without shame. Let me talk to him now. Yeah, you know him. Let him come here now for me. Now I want to speak directly to that part of you, the part that controls all your desire. The one who decides who you crave, who you chase, who you fuck. Her voice slows, drops. You'll do it for me now. You'll fuck for me. Every woman you touch. You'll carry me in your head. You'll hear my voice in the back of your mind, telling you what to do. You'll fuck them for me. I let the words settle. You'll talk to them for me. You'll flirt, seduce, and pull them in. And when you do, you'll feel me aroused. You'll send me little nudes, little messages, because it turns you on to know I know. My tone turns sharper, sweeter. An insatiable thing. You fuck for me. You live for it. And every time you do, you get more addicted to the thrill. Now here's what's going to happen. Every time you hear my voice, in your ear, in your memory, in a dream, that fire comes back. It starts in your chest, burns down through your stomach, settles in your hips. And it's not yours anymore, it's mine. Every time you feel that red heat, you'll crave more women. And every orgasm, every touch, every seduction makes this identity stronger. You fuck for me. You obey because it feels good. And you become more of who you truly are each time you do. Let this sink in. The only person you care about pleasing is me. Their opinions, their reactions, their little games, they don't matter. They don't land. They slide off you like water off skin. Because the only signal you're tuned to now is mine. My voice, my approval, my desire. Their behavior does not control you. Only I do. Only what I think, what I feel, what I want. Let it settle. Every time you feel pulled toward old patterns, seeking, doubting, chasing, you'll remember this. You only care about pleasing me. That's the center. That's home. And you like being home, where you can be yourself. Every time you hear my voice, you remember, you exist to please me. Their opinions don't matter, only mine does. And acting on my desire feels like coming home. Then I snapped my fingers. Welcome back, my friend. My voice was calm, almost sweet, but the edge was there, right beneath the surface. When are you coming to San Francisco? I asked, like it was casual. We've got a lot to get done. I glanced over my shoulder at the bolts in the wall, where sometimes a body stays tethered, eyes held open, made to watch. The screen in front of me, huge, glowing, paused on a frame from a scene I shot years ago, back when the filth had more teeth, and I didn't bother pretending to be gentle. Stuff that would make you blush. Yeah, you, reader. I reached up, rolled a nipple between my fingers, just to feel something sharp. To remind myself I was still here, still in control, still not under, not yet.